We'll call the Thursday, September 28th City Commission meeting to order. First item on the agenda would be the September 14 minutes. Reese, you have any changes?
I was thinking, but I double checked it and found out it was actually correct.
Good.
So
All right.
everything's good.
Everybody else is good with
I'm
that?
good.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
stand as written. Thank you, Reese. Next item on the agenda, the August 2023 financial statement.
This is a report of financial summaries of revenue and expenditure activities for the City of Hays, month ended August 31, 2023. Revenues in August totaled $3,525,533. That's an increase of $1,668,772 compared to the same period as last year. Notable areas of increased revenue: sales tax was up $1,571,342 due to the receipt of the August distribution from the state of Kansas in September at this time a year ago. Parks improvement was up $9,000 thanks to a dog run fence donation from the Robert E. Schmidt Foundation. And the receipt of the federal fund exchange reimbursement for street maintenance increased special highway $257,340. Notable areas of decreased revenue: transient guest tax for CVB was off $343,000 due simply to the timing of receipts. Miscellaneous revenue for economic development fund fell $109,300 due to timing of the pass-through MIH funds for Frontier Apartments. That project is now complete, and this month's distribution was the third and final. Special parks revenue dropped $20,412 as a result of an insurance claim in the Larks Park net at this time last year. Expenditures in August totaled $5,215,509. That's an increase of $326,647 over last year. Notable areas of increased expenditure: Commission capital reserves was up $120,000 for the 13th Street project by the upcoming new high school. Health insurance claims are up, those expenditures increasing $62,000 as compared to a year ago. The ongoing golf course cart path replacement project increased golf improvement expenditures $61,828. Notable areas of decreased expenditures: you may have noticed a credit in the electricity expenditure of several funds. That's a result of receipt of $68,000 in capital credits from Midwest Energy. And repairs and water reclamation fell $56,516 due to sanitary sewer line cleaning at this time last year. Month-to-date general fund sales tax collections were at $872,000, which was an increase of $119,000 or 16% compared to last year. Year-to-date general fund sales tax collections are at $6,466,000, up $438,000 or 7% from a year ago. The 6-month average is at 7.49%. That's an increase of 41 basis points when compared to a year ago. Month-to-date county sales tax collections were at $103,500. Year-to-date county sales tax is at $771,626. Report of top 10 quarter-to-date sales tax collections by classification was up $112,000 or 4.6%. Those top 10 represent 74% of the total. Total par value of U.S. Treasuries for August was $47.355 million with a weighted average yield to maturity of 3.78. That's up 2.32 from a year ago. Total of the portfolio certificates of deposit on August 31 was $20.1 million with a weighted average rate to maturity of 4.85, up 4.79 from a year ago. Total balance of the money market account on August 31 was $500,000 with a current yield of 2.7, up 2.65. And total investments are down $2,320,172.
I move we accept the financial statement for the month of August 2023.
A second.
Motion by Commissioner Jacobs, second by Commissioner Cunningham. Any comments?
Numbers.
I will say on those sales tax increases, I don't think that's an accident. You know, we have a great community, and, you know, you hear people all the time, they come to our community because of what we have here. And, you know, we may not have what some of the bigger cities have, but we have a beautiful community, and I think that has a big reason why our sales tax keep going up. So it's keep up the good work on doing that, Kim.
Oh, yeah.
Doing a good job.
Kim, do you see a potential flatlining of these high collections coming up? I mean, we can't ride the
I can't wait for this
increases
answer.
every time, right?
I don't know, because you can't really pinpoint any one thing going on. I think it's multiple things, you know.
I agree with you, Kim. I've tried to do the same thing, trying to look for one little thing that's spiking it.
I think we have a well-diverse community, in my opinion.
that quarter-to-date report, because it's by industry classification, since that represents over 75% of it, that's probably going to be the most telling. I guess I could do like a trend or something on each of those over
That'd be
time and see if
that'd be
there's
cool to
something
see.
there.
It would be.
But, you know, you look at the top ones in there, electric, solar, wind, natural gas distribution is up. Then used car sales, new and used car sales and parts, and then shortly, right behind that is electronic shopping. So it's not any one thing. Restaurants are up 6%. That's not insignificant. 7% on accommodation. So several industries. Interestingly, department stores, which will include Walmart, others also, but the big box, that's only up 4% for the quarter there. That was interesting to me. But I could maybe do a trend on each of those and see.
I think it'd be interesting to see that kind of data, just to see what's going on.
I've thought that every year, and, and when we sit down with the city manager and Colin and we talk about what's going on, I'm more conservative, and then he is usually right.
Write that down.
That's on the record now. Yeah, and I'd rather be pleasantly surprised than
Yeah.
sticker shock. But
But you know, you say that 4% of the big box stores, that's big dollars. I mean, compared to like a restaurant or something like that. So, great news. Let's keep going if we can. So,
thank you.
all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda is citizen comments. You guys don't want to talk? No?
You all seem very nice so far.
Well, we try to be. All right. Next item on the agenda would be the consent agenda, Second Amendment to Hayes Mall LLC CID Development Agreement. This is, I don't know, Toby, I guess, would you explain that?
This is a pretty routine item. The city commission has a development agreement with Hayes Mall regarding the CID. And there was a deadline in when they had to receipt expenditure reimbursement request to the finance director, and they've asked for an extension of that deadline so they could have a little more time to spend the money they're obligated to spend under the CID, or allowed to spend under the CID. So this extends that deadline by 18 months.
But it does not extend the CID on the mall.
It doesn't change the terms of the CID at all. The 1 cent and the 22-year clock that's been ticking for, 6 years now almost, none of that changes.
I move approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Reuter, second by Commissioner Barrick. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda, fire station network connectivity.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Chad Reuter, IT Director. I'm here today to talk to you about network connectivity for our new fire station. I propose to do this through a dedicated dark fiber connection, just like we have the rest of our wide area network buildings, basically the campus that the city buildings speak through. This is a two-part situation. One is to give the firefighters who move out there network connectivity, just like they have here at City Hall. But then also, when the fire station was brought up, an opportunity came about. Is at the time and the place and the method to move our core data center, our core servers, away from City Hall, a couple doors down here, in the floodplain, and get that into a hardened building outside of the floodplain. So I was very interested in trying to find something to make that work. So fiber progression, again, dark fiber that the city owns. We started the method of this in 1996, before my time, with the police department, water treatment, and public works. And then my first project was with the Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Welcome Center, which was built in 2012. Wastewater and Parks came about in 2016 when the wastewater plant was remodeled, or the entire facility out there was remodeled. And then during COVID times, the airport and the airport fire station came on board as well. We found money through the CARES Act. This is just a visual, not a true route visual, but a visual of as the crow flies connectivity for our current buildings. Every building that we have is on board, minus our solid waste facility. What I'd like to propose is to continue this and take dark fiber to the new fire station. The benefits of this, again, the firefighters would have the exact same network resources, high-speed internet, data access, just like they do here at City Hall and when they're at the airport fire station. But again, we would be able to take our core data center, all our servers, and move them to the fire station in a room that's dedicated. It's the kind of a dream for an IT director to design your own data center that's dedicated for that purpose, and that's what we're looking towards. We went out for proposals in a joint effort with Ellis County IT. Ellis County is proposing to build a fire station north of town. So we wanted to see if there was some cost savings where we could ride the same path for a while and then branch off, and we did find that that was indeed possible. So we did it was a joint effort for 12 strands. We'd start out with 24 strands of cable here at City Hall, go as long as it made logical sense, and then split off 12 strands toward the fire station and 12 strands out towards the new Public Works facility. Bids were received. Nex-Tech was the low bid at $239,474 for the project, which resulted in a share for the City of Hayes, which is what I'll be asking you for today, of $94,608. We did allocate $120,000 for this purpose when the building was being discussed, so we did come in under budget due to the sharing with Ellis County. Ellis County, their portion was approved a few weeks ago by their commission, so with your approval this evening, we would move forward with purchase orders. This is another, just a visual to show how we do things. It's a rough estimate, not a, it goes through, meanders through alleys and things like that, but in blue, we would share 24 strands leaving City Hall, and then 12 strands would pipe out in the red out to the fire station, and then we'd go keep going in purple across the interstate out to the Public Works facility for the county. We're doing this as a joint effort, however, everything is segregated. It's one sheath of cable, but I have my strands, the county would have theirs. There'd be no crosstalk whatsoever. Options you have before you this evening would be to award the bid to Nex-Tech as recommended, reject the bid, or direct me otherwise, and this is the action I'd request this evening, along with standing for any questions.
I move to authorize the city manager to execute payment to Nex-Tech in the amount of $94,608 for fiber optic cabling services to provide connectivity to the new fire station at 41st and Post Road, funded by City Commission capital reserves.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Berry, second by Commissioner Jacobs. Any comments?
Chad, with the older parts of the fiber network, if there's an issue with them, are trying to think how to word this. Are they independent from one another? So if one part would go down, like the older section from 96, would our fire station be affected by that?
No, everything is it's like a spoke of a bicycle. Everything comes to a core location, so if one area goes down, the rest is not affected.
Okay.
The only thing that would ever happen would be if the controlling equipment at the spoke would go down, then everybody would go down, but I have redundant equipment for that.
Okay. So
It's not the connectivity, it's basically the brains, the light, the flashing lights.
Okay. So you're not concerned about the age of the
No.
current connectivity? Okay. Awesome.
Chad, I just want to say thank you for your due diligence on this. I know this is something that's been a passion of yours since I've known you, and I think this is good for our community, getting it out of here and safe and away from the water if we ever do get rain. So it's we will eventually. So, but thank you for everything you've done on this. Appreciate it very much.
Appreciate that.
Yep, it's kind of cool to be able to do it for you. I mean, you've talked about it for 2 years with me at least, so it's you've been worried about those floods, and we're in the middle of a drought.
It happens.
But
I
I've seen a couple of really big floods that have come through right after a drought. So
I
from
remember
the
the
ground
water
and
here.
from the ceiling.
I'm
It hits us everywhere here.
I'm happy we can do this for you and get this done.
Yeah, just really smart decision too for the city to protect the equipment, so I'm excited.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Aye. Passes 5-0. Thank you, Chad.
Thank you very much.
Next item on the agenda, KCWI addition final plat.
Good afternoon, Jesse Rohr, Director of Public Works. Want to discuss with you for your consideration the the final plat of what's called KCWI Edition.
Any dark stuff on this one?
No dark development here, so we'll leave the dark stuff up to Chad. So the plat is located on the east side of town. It is located between 24th and 25th Street and borders Henry Drive and Canterbury. We had received an application a while back, and this is actually a replat of a portion of what was known as Golden Belt 4th Edition that was originally platted in 1977. The property itself has been vacant since 2012, and previous to that, it was the home of the St. John's Nursing Home facility. Again, that was demolished in 2012, and it's been vacant ever since, and now has been purchased by someone who wishes to develop it, divide it up into lots, develop it for multifamily residential units. So here's kind of a overall visual of the plat. I'll show you another little closer up of the meat of the plat here, the lots themselves here. You can see it's divided into 2 blocks. On the far left here, you can see 4 lots there that make up block one. And then in the center there, you have block 2. The far lot over on the right-hand side of the screen there, actually not part of the plat. There's already a building on that. Again, was part of a senior living facility in the past, and is now actually has been remodeled to multifamily units as well. There is a concept plan, kind of a concept out there that we've seen that would develop this into either duplexes or fourplexes on the lots on the left here, the 4 lots, and different types of multifamily on the interior lot. So could result in several living units on the property here. The plat itself has not only been reviewed by staff, but also by Utility Advisory Committee, as is typical with any plat we do. And it's also been taken to the Planning Commission for their review and approval. As I mentioned, the multifamily component that we're hoping to see on the property is already zoned for multifamily housing. It is also adjacent, as I mentioned, to all the streets that are necessary, so no new streets will be considered for the plat. The water line is surrounded on the property as well, and so the only development would be the alley you see going down through the middle, north to south, and then a sanitary sewer line within that alley as well. Here's just another visual showing the aerial imagery behind it, so you can see the building on the right that exists already. Behind that building, or to the left or the west of that building, there is the former parking area that was used for the nursing home facility. That parking area will remain and will be available for parking for the multifamily units as they develop. So your options with the plat today would be to approve the final plat as submitted and was approved by the Planning Commission. You could request any further changes or considerations to the plat, or just not approve it. And this will be the action requested. So,
I move to approve.
Questions?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I move to approve resolution number 2023-018, accepting the KCWI edition final plat.
I second.
A motion by Commissioner Reuter, second by Commissioner Cunningham. Comments?
Mr. Kinky was here tonight. I made the comment last week. We really appreciate his continued investment in housing in our community. He keeps finding opportunities in existing areas that we don't have to mess with infrastructure. It's all still there, ready to go. We have a number of those developers or builders in town, and we're grateful for all of them.
Yes, we are.
Yep, I agree. It's a great location for exactly what's being proposed. So I think it's
All in
a
favor?
wonderful idea.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Thank you, Jesse. Next item,
Progress.
we had progress, especially with this guy.
Walk-up music for him.
Yeah, we need to. Chad, could you do that for us?
We do need some walk-up music.
Yeah.
I think
Smoke
everybody
machine.
on the staff that comes here regularly should.
Yeah, I think we should do
They have
that.
their own song, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
they should,
Absolutely.
especially this guy.
That'd be fun. Good afternoon, Colin Belzer, Deputy City Manager. And it'd probably be 38 special, I think. Anyways.
I like that.
So 17th and Milner, there was a water leak, and city crews had to do the street repairs. And then there was also some water line breaks on 7th and Milner. This used to be a brick street, but it's outside our brick street maintenance policy zone, so it did get replaced as concrete.
So what'd you do with the bricks?
We kept them in the pile, right?
You make me very sad.
They were not very good. They were no good.
I asked because we always get asked on that.
Oh, thanks, Jesse.
Thank you. Jessica.
Various staff members from Public Works, including Stormwater, Service Division, and Solid Waste, participated in the annual Go Truck Go event on September 14th. Approximately 650 people attended. Stormwater staff made repairs to an outflow stormwater pipe and drainage area in Chatola Creek that had eroded over the years. The fire department received a $5,000 grant from Midland Marketing and a $5,000 grant from Central Harvest States. These were as a result from the elevator rescue that happened last December. Several firefighters participated in the 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb. Larks Park Grandstand received a deep clean and sealer to help preserve the limestone.
Looks really nice, really nice.
Big difference. Staff have been trimming trees in preparation for the Flying Bison Disc Golf Tournament. And then they've also been winterizing and preparing the pool and splash pad for winter. Here they're removing canopies or shade covers and isolating the drains. And they've begun seating areas in parks and ball fields where needed. Fortunately, sometimes operations are disrupted by bad actors, so this cable fence by Glassman was destroyed by individuals. The incident was successfully handled by the police department, though.
Very
So,
good.
yeah. But our guys do a great job responding to this. I think Jesse told us today, you had 3 stop signs stolen last weekend? So, it's unfortunate, but. The archway and gates were repaired and powder coated at Memorial Garden Cemetery. We had an officer, Ty Davis, graduate from the 314th Kansas Law Enforcement Training Center. And then officers of the Hayes Police Department also participated in the 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb, as did Mayor Musel. Kind of similar. A car wreck actually resulted in the fire hydrant here being damaged and breaking away as they're designed to do. So it did need to be replaced. And the same with this fire hydrant. A wreck caused the original hydrant to be sheared off, which they're designed, and then we had to go in and replace it. A water leak at 605 East 15th required a clamp on the 4-inch line. And then Water Resources Maintenance crew replaced a leaking valve at Vine Street and Highway 183. Water Resources also attended Go Truck Go. They promoted the showerhead program along with having kids sit in the tub to see how they can conserve water and how far they should fill the bathtub. Maintenance workers were also there, and they brought their backhoe and dump truck. On September 6th, the CVB partnered with Fort Hays State's Teaching Innovation and Learning Technologies to host a welcome reception for new Fort Hays State staff, NCK Tech, and Hays Academy of Hair Design. On September 8th, Janet Kuhn hosted travel writer Melody Pittman, who's creator for the blog Wherever I May Roam. And then CVB provided coffee and set up for the 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb. On September 10th, CVB brought Great American Kites and Events back to the sports complex for another try, as the weather didn't cooperate last time, but there were plenty of other outdoor activities this time just in case. Community partners in attendance include Big Brothers Big Sisters, Mike Holiday with Eagle Radio did a live broadcast. Sternberg Museum staff brought snakes and their giant tortoise, including Commissioner Barrick.
That's a big turtle.
That's amazing.
It is a big turtle.
I liked her.
And yes, the giant kites did make it up in the air from around 12:30 to 2. Marketing manager Brittany Squires participating in the Hayes Chambers Leadership Book Club, which is reading 13 Ways to Kill Your Community. Other staff participating are Jared Kuckelman, myself, and then Holly Dickman was actually there to speak specifically about the first chapter, which is regarding water.
Did you learn how to revive them then?
Revive communities.
Mhm.
We do it every day.
Good answer.
That's a great answer and quick.
Nice
was
praise,
quick.
Toby.
Trained him well.
On September 16th, Janet Kuhn worked morning registration and assisted event organizers at the Thunder on the Plains Car and Truck Cycle Show. There were over 250 entries. Sweeney Pavement has the Fox Theater Alley removed and is waiting on Midwest Energy to complete the installation of a new gas main before they start their pavement work. The pour should begin next week. Bickle parking lot has undergone some pavement removal and replacement, and it'll be ready for traffic next week. And then progress on the golf cart pass continues. They're almost done. Should be finished up this month or in October. Just finishing up some punch list items and minor issues. Notice to proceed on the airport snow removal equipment building was issued, and construction has begun with dirt work, as you can see in the photo. They have 330 calendar days to complete the project. So next summer, late summer, we should have an SRE building out there. And then the new firehouse is taking shape. Roof panels have been installed, electrical main transformer set, and the brick is rapidly progressing.
It's looking really good.
Yeah, I just
Really
drove
good.
past there today. It looks really good.
It is.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Keep reviving.
Next item on the agenda, Hayes happenings and upcoming events.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Melissa Dixon from
Wait,
the
what's
convention.
what's your walk-up song gonna be?
I don't have to think about it. It took us like 2 hours to come up with one for my son because it's so important. We wasted a whole Saturday doing it.
Yeah, there you go. Mississippi Fight song. I like that.
Paws Pumpkin Patch is open. This is just 2.5 miles south of Hayes on Highway 183. They'll be open Saturdays and Sundays, and look for them in one of the parades this weekend. Expedition Dinosaur Rise of the Mammals is the new fall exhibit at Sternberg. It'll run through December, and there's a lot of fun animatronic dinosaurs. They're going to take you through which period?
End of the Cretaceous.
Thank you. But it's a fun for all ages. I can't wait to get out there and see it. The Fox Theater has 3 shows this month. Do you know any of these, Chad? This looks like some death metal. Very exciting.
That's going to be a really good
shows. They have a diverse lineup. I'm proud of them for going with.
A lot of people say they're really popular. These groups, I have no clue who they are, but
They're not death metal.
huh?
They're not death metal.
They look hardcore to me.
No, popular is it?
So three shows at the Fox this month to check out. IMC races, Fall Nationals, the promoter said they're expecting 180 to 200 teams to come out. That'll be October 5th through 7th weekend. The Encore Series from Fort Hays State has a great season. Chicago Tap Theater will be in town October 10th, 7:30 at Beach Schmidt Performing Arts Center. And Big Creek Crossing Mall is bringing their Collecticon back, so all kinds of collector's items will be out there at Big Creek Crossing on October 14th. The Symphony will host their children's Halloween concert once again. They have a pre-concert show, which in the past they've done almost like a petting zoo with instruments. So if you want to let your kids explore some instruments, it's a safe place where they can do that with things that can't get broken. And then 2:30 is the concert, and kids are encouraged to come in their costumes. Trick or Treat on the Bricks will once again be on Halloween afternoon, 3 to 5 p.m. on up and down Main Street in downtown Hayes. And trick or treating out at Big Creek Crossing will be at the same time, 3 to 5, Big Creek Crossing Mall. So you have to move fast to get to both of those. And then another show that the Encore Series is bringing that I'm excited about is, again, on Halloween night, 7:30, they're going to show the movie Coco, which is all about the Day of the Dead and the afterlife. And they're going to have a live audience. Sorry, of course the audience is live. Live orchestra performing the music for this show. So lots of stuff going on Halloween, and I always say there's plenty of people in Hayes to do 3 things on Halloween. So, any questions for CBB?
That was good.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
of course,
Thank you.
homecomings, 2 of them this weekend,
Oh,
and
yes.
Oktoberfest down at the park Friday and Saturday with plenty of food, games, and beverages.
There will be something to do in Hayes this weekend. Thank you. Toby, you have some comments?
I just want to make a quick comment. You know, we hear a lot about land prices. Usually it's in the lamenting format or complaining format, but high land prices are not always a bad thing. So look at the agenda tonight with what Kelly's doing at that property where water, sewer, streets already exist. It's a good infill development. If you go down Main Street, you're going to see Ross Wickman's former business being converted into a new business. Right next to the First Care Clinic, which was a converted empty building. There's another building being converted, I don't know what to, but to something else.
The nurse.
the
Oh, yeah.
Ivy Wood.
Does IV.
Right.
It used to be out on Vine Street.
If you drive around this part of town, you're going to see a lot of older dilapidated houses that were torn down and new houses or duplexes built. The Brian Reuter Agency at 27th and Indian Trail, the Scooters Coffee House was an infill development. I think a lot of that's a result of high land prices. So not always a bad thing. There's always a trade-off on both. So I just wanted to make sure you guys were thinking about the big picture perspective.
Ms. Ritter?
Yeah, don't have a whole lot. Just everybody needs to be safe and have a great time this weekend. A lot of fun stuff going on. Hayes High and Fort Hayes homecomings at the same time. 2 parades in 2 days, so have lots of fun. Get lots of candy. Prep for Halloween, stomach-wise, I guess.
See your dentist.
Yeah, see your dentist afterwards. I am not a dentist, so I did not get paid to say that. Yeah, and then only other thing I have is next Thursday, TMP is hosting a military appreciation dinner and then a military appreciation recognition at their game. And that's not for only TMP people. That's anybody in the community or beyond that is active military or veteran can come to that meal. It's a free meal just to appreciate everybody and thank them for their service. So everybody's invited to attend that, and I think you should.
Very cool.
That's all I got.
Mr. Kenyon?
Well, I'm very excited for this weekend. Fall is one of my favorite seasons, and when I moved to this community, I said it was like parade capital. I couldn't believe how many parades happen so fast together. But I really love all the people that it brings together and how everybody's down there and supporting multiple schools. You know, we just had TMPs a couple weeks ago, and then we'll have Hayes High and the university, and it just brings so many people to town that I just really enjoy it. So I hope everybody has a fun, safe weekend.
Great.
I just wonder what other of your seasons are your favorite ones.
Summer.
Fall is just one of your. Okay.
Summer?
I really dislike winter.
Me too. Yeah, echo on the same things. There's always this weekend, next weekend, every weekend there's something cool to do, and Hayes this weekend's a big one. But I wanted to just bring up one thing that is an appreciation for our city personnel, and also for the way we go about taking care of our streets and sewers and water lines. We always talk about Hayes as the greatest place. Well, compared to what? Well, it wasn't. But a couple weeks ago on the news, Emporia was having some issues with major leaks, and then as soon as they plugged one up, it popped it out someplace else. And as soon as they plugged that up, it popped it up someplace else. That's a result of not taking care of things on a regular maintenance basis. And we do that. So even if we have a leak occasionally, it's not something that leads into continuous sort of calamitous issues. And that's because the way our city is run and the good work that the city staff does. And I think that's one nice way of comparison of why Toby, why the city does the things the way we do it, because it keeps us functioning and our quality of life the way it is. And so I just want to recognize that we do it right, and there are places that don't, and it makes me feel a little more proud about exactly how we do things here.
Good point. Mr. Jacobs?
I'll take that one step further. We do it right everywhere, but we go above and beyond. We were getting ready to leave town last weekend, and we saw a big city truck in the alley, and I thought, oh no, what's going on? Because you don't want to leave sewers are backing up. So I decided to go down and talk to these two guys, and they were absolutely terrific. Jesse knows who they are, Toby knows who they are. And I told them we were leaving town, and they had no idea I was a commissioner. They explained why they were there, how often they're coming there, because there was a problem. They know what the problem is. They are fixing it on a regular basis until company can come and do a manhole repair that they need to do there. But I thought, yeah, right, you're coming every couple days. They've been coming every couple days. I've been watching. They check that sewer every time until it comes. That's the kind of people we have working here, and that's the kind of leadership that has provided those people. So, Jesse, pass it on as far as you can. They do great work.
Yeah, and I would add to that when we have people come to us that, we should cut our mill levies, and our budget. We can't do that stuff without, the budget we have. And I think you guys are very good stewards of that, and we appreciate it. I mean, that's kind of an expectation that our city has. People want nice roads, nice, water, everything. And stuff, and I think we do a good job. I just wanted to commend this city commission and other commission that I've served with. I watched school board meeting Monday, and I was so embarrassed for our community. We have one of the greatest things getting ready to happen. They're going to break ground on a new school, which I personally think is great. I know a lot of people disagree with it. But, we have people nitpicking on consent agendas. I mean, we disagree on stuff. We comment, we discuss it, we vote on it, we move on. And there's no hard feelings. And it's a regular issue they have there. And it's just sad. It's just sad. I mean, our town has so many good things. Our school has so many good things going on. Have some great kids coming out of both schools in town. And that's the headline, stuff like that. And I mean, they have some major issues that they have to make decisions on. We do too every week, and very rarely do you see stuff like that happen here. So I just want to commend what we do here on a regular basis, and I think we should keep up the good work. So we're adjourned.